Back to the Chammy, the only Chammy on YouTube where you can get a professional tarot card reading from a haunted house in a creepy graveyard from a haunted chick like me with really, 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 really cute dogs. Tonight I'm hanging out. It's a slumber party. I'm in my pajamas on a silly hat that JK Distro sent me. It's so cute. Yeah. So I love this little hat. I don't know if you guys had a good day, but I had an awesome day. If you just found me and I'm not live, skip to the end. Free collective message. I always try to do a free collective message for anyone and everyone who maybe comes by, gets a reading, doesn't get a reading. Maybe finds the channel when I'm not live. Everything you need to know is in the description. I don't know that I'm going to put the REM pod on, but I did put the Christmas tree on. So hope you guys enjoy that tonight. Let's see how crazy the REM pod is tonight. I'll put the spirit box on. Gosh, I hope the batteries are charged and it's not dead. Everything you need to know is in the description. If there's any good spirits that want to come and hang out with us tonight, please don't touch anyone in the house. Don't touch me. Don't touch the dogs. Don't touch anyone in the chat. Only touch the REM pod and touch yourself, spirit, please. You can touch the orgone generator. We'll give you life chi energy so that you can communicate with us, move things around maybe, and show us your presence and speak to us. Hey, Metal Rain. How are you, sweetheart? I have to just see how a new battery would work compared. How was your day, Metal Rain? Mm-hmm. Me too. One of my favorites as well. I thought I would come by and hang out with y'all tonight. I'm going to put some notifications out. You got the good news? Yeah. And I got the good news. I'm glad everything went well, too. The doctor was telling my dad, he's like, I'm going to go in there and see what's going on. Now, I'm not God. I don't know what's going to happen. You're either going to have a bypass or a stent. He's like, we just have to go in and see. I said, well, I said, our creator creates things that we can't so that we can create miracles with it. And I think that really gave the doctor confidence in his day and the rest of his procedures. We gave each other a hug before we left. I'm just so pleased with everything. It's good to know that, there's no blockages or anything wrong with the bypass he had 18 years ago. In fact, they said, Metal Rain, they were impressed. They'd never seen anything like it before. And they had wished that more people would take care of themselves the way my dad has taken care of himself. This cup should say Santa's favorite, but I need to stick Santa on it just for Christmas. And I'm glad everything went well today, too. Today was an awesome day. I think the REM pod is dying. I'm just going to put some notifications out. It was nice to be back at the hospital and have such a good outcome with my dad. More turns appearing. What can it all mean? I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I just heal people all day long. There was a reading I did once that I was called to do. Sometimes you're just called to do things. And I think it was around the time that they told us that aliens were real. But they didn't really tell us anything about them or how to recognize them. They didn't say anything about how to, treat them. They didn't say how to protect yourselves from them. They just kind of just said, well, the government's letting us know that they're real after all this time. And I think that's what called me to do them. As I was going to start a series where I was channeling them, but I got a little bit too weirded out. Because my mom did work for the government. She was pushed into a lot of different stuff that she was uncomfortable with because she was a computer program for NASA. I don't know if there are a lot of stuff with all that kind of crap. Had a lot of friends who were stuck in the Star Wars project who came out and they're just never the same. One being Bones, from the lead singer from Stuck Mojo. I don't know if you're into industrial metal music from the 90s, or early 2000s, but yeah, for all we know, I mean, we could be the aliens experiment. We could be, I've always questioned who is them, they, and our. We are created in their, them, and our image. For all we know, maybe we cohabitated, is that a word? Another planet at one time that maybe doesn't exist anymore, or that we can't find or haven't found again yet because we had to escape. The truth has been hidden from us. But I think our inner compass turns to them because they are very real. But I think the reading that I did, I have to go back and look for it, was some kind of message about them watching over us. They don't want to really hurt us. Something. I'll have to go look it up. Maybe. Hey, Veronica, how are you, sweetheart? Thank you. My roommate's mom, I call her my Mom. She's been like a mom to me since my mother passed away. She really likes to smoke weed. And she can't smoke cigarettes or weed or vape any of it anymore. And she even was honest with me and was like, she tried to during her cancer treatment, and it made her very, very sick, so she can't do it anymore. I said, there is something that you can do. And I went ahead and ordered her some cannabis from a distribution center in California that's legal, that she can turn into a tea to help her with her nausea, to help her with her pain and her suffering. So they gave this hat away for free, the distribution center, this Christmas. So I thought I would wear it because I think it's so cute with the astronaut on it and the reindeer, and I'm an AT alien. So I got her some goodies and a little teapot with a little strainer for Christmas so that she can drop a little bit of the herb in there and make herself some tea. That's so interesting what you say, Veronica, because, I'm like 90% Greek Cypriot. My mom's Italian and with a dash of Scottish. And a lot of my DNA on Ancestry.com is untraceable, which I find to be very weird and odd. And I asked Ancestry DNA, I was like, so there's more of a percentage of DNA that's not traceable compared to that 1% Scottish. They're like, yeah, that the DNA that is untraceable is actually more relevant and important in your makeup of your genes than even the 1%. That's interesting that you say that. People have always said that my dad was related to Zeus because he used to be able to take a bottle cap and smush it and just with 2 fingers, crush it with his fingers, 2 fingers. Like, okay, Dad, you're weird. Hey, Bill Clinton. He really is. So my mother and my dad went to Cyprus, and they, yeah, we missed you, dude. They went to Cyprus. She met the family, and they went to the Baths of Aphrodite. They told her she was never going to have kids again. But there's a myth where if you drink the water from the Baths of Aphrodite, any woman who's barren, she will be able to get pregnant and have a baby. Emma turned around and had me. I mean, it took a while. It took like 10 years. But they had me. And here I are. Did you have a good day, Veronica? I had an awesome day. Dad's surgery went well. They said his heart's in great condition. After 18 years of having that bypass, they were like, it's a miracle. And they were very impressed how well he's taking care of himself. And the guy who did the surgery 18 years ago was like, wow. So there's no blockages to the main heart arteries, nothing wrong with the surgery from 18 years ago. They thought that they might have to have given him a bypass today, or at least a stent, but everything is in the clear. No like major life-threatening stuff. So that was really good to hear that today. I'm a little bit nervous about the wound care tomorrow, but I'm used to doing wound care. I'm trained for many years to do wound care. So, although I've never taken care of a wound like this, so I'm going to make sure my brother, who's a nurse, is on the FaceTime with me while I care for him tomorrow, because the nurse said he could start bleeding, and we don't want him to bleed out. So she explained to me how to change the wound, how to care for it, and to make sure how, like, if he does start bleeding, how to stop the bleeding and what to do. So they said, oh, if it doesn't stop within 10 minutes, call 911. But I'd probably just, do the procedure if he did start bleeding and call 911 right away. I wouldn't wait. I'm so happy for Frank and Dad too. It's great. Hey, Ari, how are you, sweetheart? We're just hanging out here with Metal Rain, Veronica, and Bill Clinton. If you're Bill Clinton, then I'm Gothic Miss Claus tonight. It's kind of weird. I had lunch with my guy. Oh, good. Wonderful. Oh, good to know you're doing fine, Ari. I did some Christmas shopping too. I got Daddy a new pair of Haus slippers because he really needed it. He was walking around in ballet slippers that he loves. I was like, no, just get rid of the ballet slippers. You need something that you can just slip your feet into, because he's not supposed to bend over or carry anything heavy or do anything strenuous for like 2 weeks. And I splurged. I actually bought myself something this year. I bought myself a dress. So I'm going to wear it to the Christmas party that I'm going to have here on YouTube pretty soon. Although I don't know if I'm going to put up the poll, because I kind of need my dad's help with that. So maybe we'll have a New Year's party and I'll do that. I had that damn poll for 5 years. I just need to get it up, and even if I'm only twirling around on it once a day. Yeah, I agree. Same thing. I just haven't had any time to do really anything, so I just sent my family gift cards. I think they'll appreciate it. For sure. And I just love this little Christmas tree. It's all sparkly. It's I wish it had like I wish I could kind of dim the lights on the inside so you could see it a little bit better. Right on. That's always good. My niece wants a dollhouse. I can't decide if I want to get the crap on Amazon or actually get her the gothic one that's well made and handmade on Etsy. Either way, I mean, I'm going to send her something. I got to take care of that tomorrow. But there's this gorgeous, like, little gothic Barbie dollhouse thing, and it's pink and black, and it's so freaking cute. And it comes with all these little intricate things. Oh God! At the hospital, there were like 10 Stanley Cups that all belong to the nurses. I've had a horrible headache actually all day. I went to take a goodies powder and I started choking on it. So I took my mask off and the nurse is like, "Oh, you have to cover your face if you're coughing." I'm like, "What? Why do I have to cover? What?" She's like, "Yeah, put your mask back on." I'm like, "Why, do you have COVID?" She's like, "No." I'm like, "Well, I don't have COVID either. I'm literally choking to death." So I had that moment. That was weird. I don't usually take goodies powders, but it's all I had in my bag, so I had a headache. So they taste so bad. They're so gross. Stanley Cups. I've never had one. In fact, I don't think I knew what a Stanley Cup was until this year. Like, that's how much I live under a rock in an enchanted forest under an Emerald City. Like, this is my Stanley Cup. I got to put Santa's over Cupid now. Hey, Sunshine, how are you? Okay. What's your question, babe? Go ahead and put it in the chat. Let's see what you got. Thank you so much for your donation. I appreciate that. Is your question in the PayPal, sweetheart? Let me go look at the email. Yeah, I bought myself a dress, Veronica. It's like a Coco Carmen. So I guess it's like a Coco Chanel, but mixed with like another like brand name. I don't know. It was $40, had 30% off. It's velvet. It's so cute. Kind of felt guilty actually buying myself something, but I'm going to enjoy it. I deserve it. Okay, I've got your email, Sunshine. I have to look at the email to get your question because it doesn't show up on PayPal. Ooh. So we've got Silly Sagittarius and Sexy Scorpio. Actually, my sun is Scorpio. My rising is Silly Sagittarius. Yeah, I got my cards right here. Let's see what you need to know, sweetheart. So I've had a best friend who was a Sagittarius. He was always honest, hardworking, great musician, good to his wife and family. I've always found the Sagittarius to be quite a pleasant being. Spirit, what does she need to know about her specific person and how he's feeling about her tonight? What are his feelings towards her, Spirit? I'm asking for Sunshine's greatest and strongest spirit guides to come forth and help us with some of these, answers tonight. What are his next actions? Current feelings and next actions towards Sunshine, please, Spirit. You're kidding me. Kids get bullied for that? Oh, my God. I used to get beaten up and picked on and bullied for being a goth in elementary. He's got some deep feelings for you. He'd like to put some things in order with this Emperor card. He especially wants to make sure you're taken care of financially, even if he hasn't expressed that. It's almost like he is motivated to create something special with you. See what else. What else does she need to know, Spirit, in regards to this Emperor and her specific person's current feelings for her? Well, I'm not saying Sagittarius are perfect or anything, but I will say that they can be pretty unruly when they're younger. I don't know how old your Sagittarius is, but Sagittarius can be very playful, very just naturally born ADHD. They can be fierce, but as they grow older into themselves, they can become just like a whole bag of chips that's awesome, and then some. Sagittarius has a lot of room to grow. I think a lot of people get the impression that Sagittarius might not be as dedicated or committed to certain aspects of their life, but if they feel lost, they will get a bit unruly. They will get a little bit lost, but they have integrity for themselves at the end of the day. They do have self-respect, but when they get, I think like anybody off the beaten path can get, doesn't matter what your astrological sign is, you can turn towards more things that don't serve you compared to things that do, because of the way our society is and programs us. To believe that we can't have what we want, that we can't do what we want, that we can't be what we want. Okay, so he does think the world of you. If you guys aren't seeing each other face to face, he'd love to at least FaceTime you and spend time with you in that way as well, even if you were across town. This person does want to stay in touch with you in the World card. What does this mean in regards to where your relationship is going? It is going someplace special. This person does have conquest for you, even if they still don't know where you're going. Now, they do have, with the Emperor and the Tower card next to each other, what this is saying is this person does have very, very feelings where like they want you to see them this way, and they hope that 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 they see you as this as well in this Emperor card. Somebody who's got it together. They want to have it together for you. They want to take care of you, especially financially if they're able to. They have a great big heart on for you, and when I say heart on, I mean HEART in this Tower card. This is not some kind of negativism in this situation, in this love story, in this love reading. You got the Emperor, and it's right between Emperor and Judgment, showing it's almost as if this person felt some kind of love at first sight, or felt some kind of connection at first sight when they did meet or see you when you first both met. Let's split the deck for the Romance Angels and see what it says. Let me just shuffle it for a minute. Spirit, what does she need to know about the next actions he's going to take towards her? Okay, in regards to his feelings, in regards to those feelings towards you, and the next efforts in regards to his actions, is making an effort. Spirit says you have to make the effort too. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Now, I did ask for your strongest and most meaningful, trusted spirit guides to come forth and tell you this information. You're going to have to do this with every relationship, though. Make the effort, especially the relationship with yourself. Okay? Now, in regards to his next actions, he may want to talk to you. No, he does want to talk to you. I already know he wants to put some things in order with you with regards to your connection. If he doesn't want a commitment, so what? Just let him not have his commitment for right now. Let it roll into what you want naturally. Let it breathe. Okay? But the Temperance card with the Hanged Man is showing this person knows they are going to have to make some sacrifices in order to create the connection, relationship, the commitment, and have the love story that they do want. But they are in their emotions in this Temperance card, but what they need the most from you is patience. Okay, and that is their next actions towards you as well. Patience while they are figuring out how to go about these sacrifices to make within regards to your love story, life story, friend story, connection in this Hanged Man. So you say that he's got a lot of growing to do. I think it doesn't matter what age we are. I think we have a lot to still learn every day, and a lot of growing to do. It's wonderful that there's always something new to learn every day, and that we can learn something new every day. And you can help him grow by changing your thoughts from, he's got a lot of growing to do, unfortunately, to, what would it be like if he did that growing? What would it be like if he did that growing with you? The spiritual work, the self-concept work, the work to stay in the state of mind that you want to stay in regards to your lives in general. That's his biggest thing. Okay. So here, let me tell you what. Many tarot card readers, many people who are not tarot card readers will say, well, he's not good for you because he doesn't want the commitment. But you must understand, just let him not have his commitment right now. Work on your connection. Make the effort to work on your chemistry. All right? Make the effort to say, hey, this is what I want. How do you want to operate around it? I would love to know what you want because I love, cherish, and respect you. First of all, as a friend, a person, or whatever you guys are. And know what they want so you can operate around that in a comfortable way without making each other feel comfortable. But it's so important, Sunshine, that you do find out where you're going. Where does he want to be in 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, a year, 5 years? Because what happens is a lot of us waste each other's time. Even in marriages, people will be married. They might trust each other. That doesn't mean that they're happy sexually. That doesn't mean that they're happy emotionally. It doesn't mean that they're happy spiritually. It doesn't mean that they are feeling the connection that they've always dreamed of having and that desire. If something isn't serving you, though, Sunshine, don't fall for it. Don't stand for it, because if you do stand for it, you'll fall for anything. I mean, if you don't stand for nothing, you'll fall for anything, is what I'm trying to say. So what I like to tell a lot of girls is it's not that your guy is a bad guy or not worth your time just because he doesn't want a commitment right now. Okay, he very much may want to commit his time and effort to you, but maybe just not his whole world and everything to you in the way that you feel, and that's fine. That's fine. Don't ruin a good connection that you have with someone. Don't ruin, don't kill love before it has begun because you can't have that commitment and you're holding on to it so tight that, like a crab, that if I was to take your arm off, you'd still be holding on to it. You know what I mean? It's not, especially if it doesn't serve you. But this person does seem to want something very special with you. They just might need you to take them by the hand and help them understand. Take the time to get into that commitment, especially just in case you're not certain down the road and change your mind. Tarot cards, at least with my tarot cards, they can be every 3 months. Some would say maybe every 6 months, because we change our mind, we change our energy. A reading is good for 3 to 6 months. But in my opinion, it could change tomorrow. The Spirit is saying basically acceptance is going to be the answer. I know we've gone over 6 minutes. You don't have to donate any more money. It's $1 a minute, but don't worry about that. What you need to be worrying about is acceptance is the answer. You know what you want. You know where you want to go with your life. You want some kind of special commitment with somebody. Accept that and don't settle for less. All right? When you look at this card, you see the glass, it's either half full or half empty. You see the picture on the wall, it's either a painting of a landscape or it's literally a window to crawl out of to escape the limiting beliefs and the circumstances that you might be going through in your head. I don't know what his limiting beliefs and circumstances are, but Spirit says, I am glad that I see that you are here, and I am glad. And I love when this card comes out because this is a haunted house. And it's a very positive card to get. Spirit does have your back. Your spirit guides do have your back. They only want to see you have the love story that you feel you deserve. So what does the next scene look like with him? What do you want his next actions to be towards you? You want him to send you a text? You want him to give you a phone call? You want him to take you out to dinner? You want him to propose to you? Commitment, marriage? What? What does that look like to you? What do you really want? Because at the end of the day, you know, you got to stay on your pedestal. He's just an extra added bonus. I'm just an extra added bonus. And so is everybody else. You create your love story with your creator, whatever you believe that is. And don't let anybody take that away from you, because it's your dream. It's your love story. It's what you want. You're welcome, sunshine. Keep me updated. I'm here for you. And I hope you enjoy getting to know everybody in the community. There's a lot of awesome people here. And work on that self-concept. Self-concept is going to be your most important weapon. And that strict mental diet. What is the strict mental diet? Don't do anything that triggers you. If you do want to send him a message, text, a phone call, say something that's going to make you feel good about yourself, because you know it's going to make him feel good about himself. And don't worry about the outcome. Don't worry about what's next. Just enjoy it, what you have. And don't throw it away just because he's not ready for a commitment or doesn't want a commitment right now. You know, men are very simple. They're different species than us. They really should be considered a different species than us. They're very simple, and they can be very humble. Okay, if they want to talk to you, they will. If they want to send you a text, a heart, an emoji, say something, they will. If they don't want anything to do with you, they don't want anything to do with you. It's just simple as that. Yes, sometimes it can get confusing because you might hear from somebody that does want to hear from you, does want to put in the effort, but then there might be a time of silence where things are put on pause. That still doesn't mean that he doesn't want to be with you. Still doesn't mean that he doesn't like, and it's always okay to reach out and be like, are we still on the same page? Yeah, keep me updated, sunshine. Work on that self-concept. And be good to yourself with your thoughts. I'm so glad you went out with your person, Veronica. Ari, there's soft, crunchy, squeaky, gritty. I love crunchy and squeaky. Jim Chalk the most. But no, I don't watch Jim Chalk ASMR because I went to Catholic school growing up. And they would when I was a bad girl, they would make me write on the chalkboard the way Bart Simpson had to when he was a bad boy. And I was kind of allergic to it. So it would really dry my fingers up, and it would hurt to play guitar. It would hurt to write. It would hurt to do anything. I was a pretty bad girl. Wearing my chapstick and taping my skirt up so it wasn't go below the knee. Pretending I was Madonna. Oh, you're so welcome, sunshine. Thank you. And that's what it is. Unexpected, expecting what you want, embodying what you want instead of waiting for it to happen is going to help things move along naturally. Yeah, that's so cool. Unexpected. I love that. I love unexpectedness. It's so much fun. But I'm not saying to not expect it. Expect what you want. Live for it every day. Even if it hasn't shown up, it's already there. It's already yours. What's really weird is when adults bully each other too. It doesn't stop. It's never ending. But maybe that's just one of my limiting beliefs and circumstances. I can't believe I'm an adult and I'm still getting bullied. It's weird. But maybe somehow, some way I expect it because I was bullied as a kid for being so weird. But I wasn't really all that weird. I mean, I just was more into the arts and music than math, you know? Hey, Frank and Dad. How you feeling?
Hi, puppy. I'm sleeping, man. I just wake up.
Okay, no bending over.
No. What about you? Are you going to sleep?
Yeah, I'm going to go to sleep in a little bit. I'm just doing a live. Hanging out with some friends. Oh, no, I got to tell Sally Molly, I got to tell Molly I'm online. She wanted me to text her so she could come hang out. Oh, and Maria bought a reading, so I need to message her too. Let them know I'm here. Excuse me. Oh my gosh, I have to tell my friend Danielle something. I forgot to tell her too.
Are you talking to me?
No, I'm talking to Veronica.
I'm losing my voice a little bit.
Yeah, you might be losing your voice a little bit because were you awake during your procedure? Were you awake during your procedure?
I'm not positive.
Yeah, then you must have been out, so they probably put the tube down your throat, so you're having a little bit of sore throat. Drink some of that pineapple juice. Okay? I promise it'll help. That's why I got it.
I was waiting till they was prepping me to put the other stuff on me. Right? I should put my hand on the wrong place, and the one that says, "Don't do that again because I don't want to do it 2 times." It was a steroids thing, whatever it is. And I don't remember anything.
Yeah, because they put you out. They didn't keep you awake for that. I'm going to read up in the chat just one moment. Just sending some stuff out to Molly and maybe Laura's around. I'm going to have a Christmas party. Maybe tomorrow night we'll do Christmas party. See if Yang's around. There she is. What's your question, Veronica? Thank you so much for your donation. I appreciate it. I'm going to read up in the chat now. Yeah, some people can't get out of that bullshit high school stuff. I never went to high school. I was home taught. I was pretty much done with my education regarding high school by the time I was 16. I told my parents in 6th grade, if y'all don't get me a tutor or home teach me, I'm going to run away from home because the kids were just so mean to me. And I did the acting thing on Nickelodeon as a kid and with Disney because I didn't live too far away from Orlando. And I did extra work on movies. And I really enjoyed that. And sometimes I'd take a day off or 2 because I had to work. But it didn't mean I wasn't getting the education that day on set because that was required if you were a minor. And the kids were jealous of me because I'd fall asleep in class or I never showed up and I always got an excuse and they didn't, and they were jealous because I was doing things that they could have done too, but they didn't. Their parents didn't care. You know, they didn't care about what their kids wanted. So you love soap crushing ASMR too. Excuse me, I'm not so into ASMR. It kind of grosses me out a little bit, especially the eating ones. Ugh. But I do love to do the puppy ASMR videos. I love to listen to cute little dogs eat, or cats. Something about listening to animals eat is just so cute. But I like to also watch them eat. That sounds silly, but if I'm gonna listen to ASMR, it's gonna be like, let me see these cute little animals eating and enjoying their food, kind of stuff. Birds too. God, birds. I love bird ASMR. Animal ASMR. That's what I like. If there is such a thing. I also don't mind, believe it or not, Lovin's ASMR. It's been a while with my dude. Any racy thoughts he was having on me? Let's see.
Well, you got a second.
Huh? Yeah, I got a second. What's up?
On the clumps,
Your clumps.
Today, I don't know why.
It's okay because we're on anesthesia today.
I opened the juice
Mm-hmm.
and I dropped it on the floor. I cannot see it.
Okay, I'll take care of it. Veronica, I'm going to be right back. My dad dropped something on the floor and he can't bend over and he can't see it, so I have to go look for it real quick. It won't take long. Just the cap to the pineapple juice, and we'll wash it and put it back on the pineapple juice. Thank you so much for your patience. Sorry about this. Okay, I'm back. What was I going to tell my girlfriend and I forgot? Well, I was going to tell you something important, but I have forgotten it. I can't remember what it was about, but I think it might have been about what we were talking about earlier. So I'm just going to be thinking about it. Maybe it's not important for me to say, and that's why I've forgotten it. But any hoodle noodle, I'll be back. Yeah, that's one of the stained glass windows at St. Joseph's Hospital. It's beautiful. Okay, Spirit, what does Veronica need to know? Any racy thoughts? Any racy thoughts that her specific person is having about her. While seeing her today and after seeing her today. Okay. Just going to use the Sexual Magical Tarot deck. Yeah, he doesn't want to share you with anyone. You are all the things beautiful in this world to him. And he really does want to share something special with you. I think these pictures say enough as it is. He also doesn't want to share himself with anyone else either. So this is the High Priestess. You know, he sees you this way. Smart, intelligent, beautiful, kind, sweet, loving, caring. Has that heart on for you still. That was the Tower, by the way. And then Ace of Cups. There's so much love here that this person has for you. And it goes beyond sex. Let me catch up with the chat. Found out a guy who liked me. I'm going to put your reading on pause, Veronica, for a second. I'll catch up with chat. I found out a guy who liked me was turned against me by the same guy who has been talking shit about me and bullying me. I knew because I reached out to this guy and he ignored me. Then I found out from his Facebook that he was friends with the guy who bullied me. Oh, wow. I'm sorry that happened, Ari. He used to flirt with me. Yeah, very true. You're right, Veronica. Some people are just born naturally mean-spirited. Hey, Andrea, it's so good to see you, sweetheart. Long time no see. How have you been? Merry Christmas. Yeah, you're right, Ari. If a guy is talking badly about a girl, yeah, it's like, and you know, also, like, how does the guy's friend treat you? If they're treating you good, that's a good sign, Ari, too. But if a guy's not treating his friends good, he probably doesn't have any. I've been okay, Andrea. Frank and Dad had to have a procedure today. We weren't sure if he's going to have a stent or a bypass, but everything seems to look good. And the doctor said no life-threatening, major, serious issues. So, I mean, there are blockages, but I think that comes with being 105 years old. And I think that he is just going to be fine. They were very impressed with his heart health today and said they wish more of their patients would take better care of themselves. He said that the doctor said he's done a great job and I've done a great job too, which, you know, I think having that support, that moral support from family and friends is also very important when it comes to your health and well-being, mentally and physically. Sometimes it's a denial thing of liking a girl because they're scared of admitting they like the girl or being vulnerable. Yeah, true. I do not like guys who are gullible and weak-minded like that. Yeah. I agree, Ari. I agree. That's why I'm such a sexual snob, Ari. You know, and I'll stay a sexual snob until the sexual snob in me is ready to emerge from her cave and spread her unicorn dragon wings. Nothing wrong with that. But it doesn't, to me, it doesn't. What matters to me is how does a person treat themselves? How are they treating others? How do they make you feel about yourself? How do they feel about themselves? What is it that's really nurturing to the both of you? All that other stuff is just fodder in the wind. Yeah, but if we go being worried about what their homies think, then once again, that limits us in our beliefs and circumstances to sometimes go down the thought pattern of, that's going to be more important to them than how they feel at the end of the day, or even us. I did tell you that I got my voucher from housing. Yes, very good, Andrea. Congratulations. Finally. Bros before hoes. But what if you ain't a hoe? That's something to think about. Yeah, I understand what you mean, Ari. And that's difficult to find. I mean, I had a boyfriend who his family didn't like me just because I was Greek and my dad was dark. How terrible. Like, what? Y'all hillbillies, get on with yourselves. My girlfriends called me drunk as skunks from London today. We chatted for a little bit. And Vash was like, oh, tell us, Stormy. Do you know any good-looking hillbillies with 4 teeth? I was like, yeah. No. It was just so funny. They're so drunk. They drank 5 bottles of champagne. I'm like, fine, I'm getting the Italian champagne now. I'm gonna drink with you guys. But we had such a lovely time chatting, laughing about boys, laughing about life, laughing about how we met, because we've all been friends since we were little girls. And then we talked about how they felt like the guy who murdered the owner of United Healthcare was a hero. And they don't understand why he's going to prison when Trump is not. I was like, you guys are hilarious. But they really tied one on tonight. So I'm going to be starting a podcast here in the new year. So I think that they will be joining us soon for some podcasting. I hope you guys will come by or want to even come on the podcast and hang out and chat with us about life. They gay on the down low. I don't know. I love my gay boyfriend. He's a great guy. I don't know where I'd be without him. He really has shown me some things that I needed to see that maybe a straight man could not have helped me see, or maybe my dad or my own brother or cousins or nephew or brother-in-law or godfather could not have. Especially more recently, he had requested for me to do a song. You know how people do song requests. I'm still working on Pam's. She wanted me to do Imagine, and my friend wanted me to do Strong Enough by Sheryl Crow. So I started working on his song request in 2017, and I just could not get through the song without crying. But finally, more recently, it's been easier for me to pick up the guitar and sing the song and work on it and actually be motivated to make the video now that I can actually sing it in strength instead of singing it in pain and sorrow. And I'm just so glad that he picked that song, because it really helped me to understand what is it that I want in a man. I want him to be strong enough. I need him to be strong enough. Lord knows, I can't take all the world on my own. But I am willing to meet someone halfway. Maybe even a little bit more. Should give their homies instead. But back to my ridiculous boyfriend thing from the past. I just don't think that he had the etiquette or the manners or the mannerism or the politeness or even the willingness to be like, why are you guys this way about her and her family? But it just has to do with the fact that, we ain't hee-haw, hee-haw. Not trying to be rude. But literally, like, I drove an hour and a half to take him to see his family. And they couldn't even invite us in that morning. Left real early, got there freezing, couldn't even like invite us in for a coffee or a cocoa or even come out to shake my dad's hand at least. And before, once I realized we weren't welcome, my boyfriend couldn't even give me a hug goodbye or say Merry Christmas. He was just like, have a nice day. I'm like, how do I not break his hand right now? Like, how do I deal with this? Like, my mom just died. I'm gonna go home if I can kill myself. That's how it felt. It was horrible. No, I would never hurt myself, by the way, but I really did want to jump off the roof that morning. Be right back. Gotta pee something fierce. So I was a bad girl. I didn't go to Taco Bell, actually. Had it delivered, which I never do. I got myself a taco and a Mexican pizza. I just could not cook dinner after today. I'm going to treat myself. Yeah, forgiveness is definitely better than hate. I'm not the hating type. I don't have time for that. I don't have a napkin. I'm going to put the spirit box on if the batteries are alive in a minute. No. I did this earlier today. And yeah, I think Taco Bell's open till 3 a.m. So Uber Eats will deliver it in my area on the weekends. So I'm just gonna have a snack. I don't know what happened to Maria, but maybe she fell asleep. She did work all day. She's been awake since 5 a.m. I have two. I mean, I took a little cat nap, but I definitely need more sleep. If her and Molly don't show like in the next half hour, I'll probably just go to bed. Veronica, did you have any other questions, sweetheart? You still got 4 minutes and 2 questions. The dogs were super cute when I came home today. So needy and loving. Hey, welcome back, Metal Rain. I better not overdo it with this pizza. 1 slice, I think, is enough. Yeah, I like gingerbread cookies, but I prefer snickerdoodles. That's my favorite cookie. I like peanut butter cookies too, believe it or not. But the ultimate sin today was the soda. Taco Bell started serving root beer, so I was like, I gotta get me one. I bet Molly fell asleep. I bet Maria did too. Taco Bell should get that freestyle machine. What? You must have dozed off, Mallory. I'm ready to doze off. Hi, baby. You want to cuddle? Come here. Come here, precious. I don't have anything for you but a kiss. She's like, where's that Taco Bell? She's like, Where is it? I smell it on you, Mommy. I smell it on you. I saw that Taco Bell has chicken nuggets. She did the honorous thing today. So I get that what? Usually I make them food, like whole food, carrots, peas, chicken, fish, apples, broccoli. They love whole fresh food. But every once in a while, I'll get one of those rolls from the supermarket. Or like you've seen the Happy Dog food. And I got that for them because I knew I was going to be out of it this weekend and I would not be able to make them meals or make their chicken soup for them. And the roll, I walked away from the kitchen for a moment to help Frank and Dad with something. And excuse me. And the roll fell off the counter. I didn't realize it. And she dragged it all the way into the living room to the other dogs. She's such a little ninja. That's why we call her Ninja. So sneaky. Sneaky bitch. But sweet. Oh, the Coca-Cola freestyle machines, yeah. Your nose is running. You ready to go night-night? Mm-hmm. You put on some crystal singing bowls and broccoli animation. I like to watch, I like to listen to the crystal singing bowls. Let me give you the link to the channel. You guys might enjoy it. And I like to watch broccoli animations before bed. I really like that channel. I like to just close my eyes and listen to the stories. Now, it says that some of them are true crime stories, true horror stories. And I like the animations better than the other channels that are available. I think the voiceovers are good. Even the guy who does the voiceovers for the women characters is still very believable. Hey, Molly. There you are, sweetheart. So here's the crystal singing bowls. This is my favorite channel for the crystal singing bowls because he doesn't go too crazy. He doesn't go wild with bells and whistles and crazy shit. It's just so relaxing and soothing. I'll get the broccoli animation one too in case y'all want to check it out. I also love this channel. This guy and the stories he tells about history. This is the Monster Squad. And the Monster Squad. That's what our club should be called. This is the History Squad. I just love this channel as well. He tells some of the best stories about history. And then let me get broccoli animations in case y'all ever want to check it out. Got some really great stories on here. Molly, that's interesting that you said podcast because Vash and Nikki called me drunk as skunks on 5 bottles of champagne tonight from London. And they're like, let's do a podcast. And, I've been talking with Laura about doing a podcast. I'd love to have you in on it. I'd love to have all of you in on it to call in or be a guest. It'd be great. You can talk about Ari and mine's virginity. We can talk about our sex lives, news. We can talk about the war. We can talk about life in general. Like whatever you guys want to talk about. Talk about how the world's affecting us. That's why I have that. I've tried to bring the coffee talks back, but not a lot of people are on during the daytime. But I have been doing them a little bit, just to share some stuff about the world and help y'all stay on the same page as I. Yeah, could you link us into Midst, please, Molly? You like the Christmas tree? Pretty good. I'm gonna check on Maria one more time. Hey Maria, it's Stormy. I'm just sending a message to check on you because I know you purchased a reading and my phone was dying and I was trying to get ready for the live, but we can always do the reading privately tomorrow from the iPad if you want. But I will be here for another 45 minutes on the live if you want to come and chat and do your reading. Okay? If not, sweet dreams. And we'll just do your reading tomorrow. Okay, yeah, I'm going to bookmark this, Molly. Because I couldn't find it on the phone after you sent it to me the last time. Okay, new on Thursday. All right. What is it that you like about this podcast, Molly? Oh, look at that tongue. That would make Gene Simmons jealous. Yeah, I see what you just said. Thank you. Okay. Just gotta listen to it. All right. You like the Christmas tree, Molly? Actually, Ruby Doo is sleeping with Rooney boobs. This is Baby Gypsy Ninja 1. I know, they kind of look alike, don't they? Because they're both like white. But Ruby is pure white with green eyes. And Baby Gypsy's white and cream colored with big chocolate brown eyes. Oh, look at her. She's so sleepy. She's like, I don't even know my name. You can call me Ruby. I don't care. I'll be Ruby. Ruby's lost some weight, Molly. She can now stand on her back hind legs and put her paws up like this. It's so cute. Okay, I'm going to put you on the couch because my arm hurts. I'm probably going to put some Versailles on, Molly, after the live and pass out. If you want to watch it, if you want to watch an episode with me or watch something together, we can. Well, that's what I find interesting about Veronica. That's what I find interesting about Ruby and Gypsy is that supposedly Ruby and Gypsy are not related at all. Now, Ruby is her surrogate mother, surrogate mother. So Gypsy's mom didn't want anything to do with her or her litter that year. So what happened is the lady put all the puppies on Ruby and kept Ruby as a whelping dog. So Ruby became Gypsy's mommy. And they're definitely soulmates, definitely. So she's taken on Ruby's mannerisms, the way they play fight, the way she protects herself, the way she looks, the facial expressions, which parents will, even if it's not your child and you've adopted the child or you're fostering the child as they grow older, they'll take your facial expressions and create and make them as their own. So they will literally end up looking more like you, even if they're not your child. I think it also happens with animals. God, she's so cute. This is just what she needs at night. She needs someone to hold her because if I wasn't holding her right now, she'd be over there whining. Deadbeat mom. And she looks just like her dad. His name was Gucci. And his AKC name was Rhinestone Cowboy. And it's so funny because Ruby's AKC name is Rhinestone Cowgirl. Isn't that cute? But I'm glad that we rescued them, because I saw a video the other day of Ruby when she was a puppy and how the lady fed them. She would just grill some chicken and throw it on the floor for 23 dogs to fight over. It was terrible. I was like, why does she even think that's cute on her Instagram? Oh, thank you, YouTube. I appreciate that email letting me know that the last live I did was suitable for your platform and did not go against your terms and guidelines of servicing. Hey, Mystic. Are you okay? Okay, 1 second. I'll be right back. Get her. Rip her face off. 1 second. I'll bring that to you, okay? Sorry, 1 second. My friend's spending the night with her boyfriend, who's my roommate. So he needs something, and she came in to get it for him. So I got it in my desk here. I got a lot of stuff in my desk. Yeah, go ahead and post the other questions, sweetheart. I got your reading on pause. Your little timer here is just on pause. I've got about 4 minutes. Well, I know it was here. What planet have I gone to? Maybe it's over here. Be right back. Oh, that's right. Oh, no. I don't think so, Missy. I'm back. YouTube likes to try to tell me, oh, your content is not suitable for audiences that are adults. I'm like, yeah, motherfuckers, okay. Let's get a human to review this. I hate when that happens. It's just because the trolls come by and dislike and report and want to make their lives worse by trying to make my life worse, I guess. It's not going to work. Let me catch up on chat. Okay, I got the Love Tarot. Veronica. Spirit, anything new in Veronica's specific person's thoughts and feelings of her, since it's been a while since he saw her? It's not my circus, not my monkey. Till the 27th. That's so funny. It's so funny, Molly. So YouTube was like, yeah, your video from last night is approved and fine for monetization. We didn't find any problems with it at all. It's suitable for ads. So thank goodness they give us the opportunity to have humans review the videos. I'm a little bit disappointed in the fact that during warnings, I've not been able to respond properly to the comments or submit my legal mechanical license. So I'm probably going to email them this weekend about it, just to let Google know, because I just think they need to know that I did let them know in the past, but got no response. But we'll have to see what happens. Yeah, Molly, you can get a question, babe. What do you want his feelings to be, Molly? Remember, we just talked about your feelings and how important they are to accept them. You know, I know you're saying stuff about like, you don't want to ask him what he's doing for New Year's or what's up because you're uncomfortable with it, and that's fine. It triggers you, but we do know at the end of the day, you'd spend forever with him if you could. And that's okay to admit that. It's okay to be comfortable with your feelings despite what you think someone else's feelings might be or should be. So, your person, Veronica, is a little bit worried that they're not going to get to be as lucky as they'd like to be with you. Reversed Wheel of Fortune and the Temperance. Because he is very in his emotions about you, but he knows that patience is the virtue with you. See what the card is. See, he does have very deep feelings for you. He wants to take care of you, not just emotionally, but financially as well. He wants to show up that emperor in your life that you're looking for. Just take your time with it, Veronica. Have fun with it. That's what you were sent here to do, was have fun. Let me split the Romance Angels deck and get some messages from them for you. Spirit, I'm just calling forth Veronica's most strongest and trusted spirit guides. Can we just get an idea on where they're going, her and her specific person, before we close the spirit portal for her tonight? Why does he think like not lucky? Because of his limiting beliefs and circumstances. So yeah. Separation. Time apart from your person is on the horizon, but this is a past life relationship, all right? You have known each other before, and he does feel that in some sort of way. So right now there is a little bit of separation going on. You've been putting things on the back burner, so to speak. But look at how putting some of those things on the back burner have helped turn things around. This person's healing family issues. And your love life benefits from forgiving your parents. This might also state that maybe he wants you to stay with your parents because he knows you're safe there while you're in separation. They might also be trying to forgive their own parents for the limiting beliefs and the circumstances that they have set for him in his life. Make the effort. Give your love story a chance. Enjoy it while it lasts. Why does he think he's insecure? Wow. Maybe that's what it is, Veronica. It just came out of my mouth. He doesn't think he could be lucky with the love story he wants because he's insecure. That's what that is. He doesn't think he's lucky in anything. Maybe that's what it is. I mean, look at the girlfriend he had. She's very me, my I, main character, narcissistic. It's all about looking like Kim Kardashian online than it is to really be nurturing, happy, harmonious relationship that she could be enduring in her life. Can I get a similar question to Veronica's? And of course, I hope I'll get that email I want. And you want to know if he's got any new feelings for you or any other feelings you need to know about Molly. I need to leave home and suggest I stay home. I'd stay home. What is it about your parents again that's making you feel uncomfortable, that makes you want to move? Because of the control factor? Is it the helicopter parent factor? Is it you just want to feel independent and be able to have your partner over and feel more comfortable? I mean, what is it? I forget. And if you don't know, that's okay too. I'm going to take my hat off. It's making me a little too hot. My neck injury from the accident's been killing me all day. It literally hurts from my shoulder up the back of my neck to the back of my head, all the way to the middle of my forehead. I did take some medicine for it. Hopefully it'll kick in a little bit. It's like a baby. Oh, I love the babying thing. I just love it when my dad spoils me with breakfast. So I can get a better day at work or just make sure I'm okay. Or it's just nice to have someone there that you can trust, that you can feel comfortable around. Sometimes my dad will peel me an orange, bring me an apple, and I'm working so hard. It's just nice to have someone taking care of me sometimes too. Okay. Well, one thing you got to understand, you're always going to be their baby. Whether you're 5, 15, 20, 25, 30, 80, 50, 60. You're always going to be their baby. You're always going to be their love child. You're a human being that is both of them combined with their parents. So you're precious to them. You're special to them. They can't help themselves. But what you could do is you could say, I just need you guys to take me a little bit more seriously. And ask them, tell them what you want and ask how they want to operate around that. If daddy wants to peel you an orange, let him. But talk about them taking you more serious. They'll understand. They'll respect it. They respect you. Yeah, he does. He feels like you'll be safer with your parents. He doesn't want you to get hurt. He doesn't want you to be abused. He doesn't want you to get stolen from. He doesn't want you to get raped. He wants you to be someplace where he doesn't have to worry about you being unsafe. Press more towards your spine. Yeah, the doctor said what's probably going on is the spine issue, you know, because he was like, 2-3 more centimeters, your neck would have snapped. Oh, and I probably walked 1,000 miles today. Let me see what my phone says. How many miles I've walked. Which, you know, I try to do at least 5,000 to almost 10,000 steps a day, but I sometimes don't make it past 2K because of the Liz Frank injury. But it doesn't mean I don't work out every day, because I do. I work out every day. It'd be interesting to see how many feet I walked today, though. Let's see. I did it. I did 6,000 steps today. Yay. It's good to know I'm capable of that. Yeah, he's probably worried about that. I would be. I'm your friend, and I would be worried about you home alone. I mean, look what happens to Metal Rain's girlfriend. She lives alone. Her neighbors bully her. Her creepazoid ex-boyfriend moved in to someone else's apartment, and they're all low income, so there's not much she can do. She can't just pick up and move. And this other bitch who was her neighbor, who was her friend, like, gave her a black eye. I mean, I think I said before, I tried to move out. I had a roommate. She killed my kitten. I've had roommates that have stolen from me. I just couldn't do it. Like, it was terrifying. I'm not saying that any of that's going to happen to you. And please don't think that it would. But still, he would feel that you'd be safer at home than, you know, but you do you, girl. Yeah. He probably does know. Let's see if the spirit box is working. I'm not going to turn the REM pod on because it's just going to give me a headache. Oh, yeah, those aren't even plugged in. Oh, it's so creepy. I had an incident where, like, I did live with my parents at the time, but we had, like, maintenance men who had the keys to everyone's apartment because they were maintenance men. And we'd leave. And the lady across the street, she's a little old Jewish lady. She's about 80 years old. She's like, Stormy, something's going on in my apartment. I don't know what's going on. Are you and your mom okay? Because we just live, like, right across the way from each other. It's a beautiful apartment and beautiful forests all around it and everything. I really loved that apartment. It's one of my favorite places to have lived. But she was like, something's going on. She's like, I swear the maintenance men are coming in and getting in my panty drawer and my cookie jar. She's like, but I can't prove it. I'm like, well, can't prove it. Why? She's like, because I'm too short to put up cameras in the house and hide them. I'm like, okay, I'll help you do the cameras. And when you leave the house, what you need to do is you need to put signs on the door as they come in, you are being videotaped. That'll really scare the shit out of them. Put one on your front door. I said, that'll make them think twice, too. She's like, well, I want to catch them first. I said, okay, so what you want to do when you leave is you want to leave some cornstarch on the floor, keep your cameras on, and that way you've got the footprints, or they'll think twice before coming in. We both tested it out. They were going through our apartments. We even put tape on the panty drawers. They were going through our panty drawers. I was so fucking insulted. And then we had this property monster who was just absolutely crazy bitch because my mom, my mom was disabled. And she was so mean to my mom. She eventually kicked us out because my mom was terminal. And the chief of the fire department of the town called and said, yeah, you got to move out because we don't want to be liable, because if there's a fire, we'll just leave her there to die because of her weight. I'm like, she's 250 pounds. What the fuck are you talking about? So that's how I found the haunted house. That's why I'm here today. And I think I made the best decision. I went down the path of not least resistance. And I looked in places where I maybe would not have looked before. And I found this house on Craigslist. And I told the guy the situation. He's like, yeah, you can move in. They let me renovate it. And she was so happy when she moved into this house. I think it might have been the happiest she ever was in a long time. Are there any spirits that want to hang out with us tonight? Come here, baby. Here's my mommy doggy one. Here's our puppies. Got my Ruby Doo. Ruby Dooby Doo. Ruby Scooby Doo. Oh, luckily your dad came home and caught the dude. Cool. Oh, baby. See how Ruby's a little bit more white? Like she's pure white. And she's got these cute little spots on her back that are heart-shaped. And believe it or not, she's got big green eyes. Probably just can't see them because it's so dark right now. She sure does have a personality. She was a human being. She'd be a quarterback on a football team. Yep. See if we can see her green eyes. Yeah, the camera sucks. You can't see it. All right, I'll turn the light off, baby. It's too bright. Potato dog. Potato dog. She's a cuddly, wuddly, fuzzy potato dog. It's a potato couch, really. Potato couch dog. Does that feel good? You like that rubbing tummy thing? Yeah, does that make you feel good? I'm so proud of her that she's able to stand on her back legs now by herself without falling. She's done so well. She also eats whole foods now, gets plenty of workouts. She's 10 years old, and I'm just healthy as a horse. I'm just so happy for her. She's so happy now. Hey, Andrea. Welcome back, sweetheart. You're welcome, Veronica. Thank you for your donation. Okay, all right. Do you want to go back to couch? She's like, no, just rub my tummy. Ruby, I love your black lipstick. What shade is that? It is safer for you to probably stay home right now. I would agree. Yeah, and see, that's the thing. You want a house, and I agree. You're going to want a house, and I'll tell you why. Excuse me. Having a house, you've got neighbors all around you. Neighbors who probably will own their houses, if not rent. you'll have more of a community with neighbors that care about their neighborhood, care about their homes, and care about their neighbors a little bit more genuinely. Whereas when you get into an apartment situation, you've got to deal with the maintenance men coming in. You've got to deal with the owners coming in. You've got to deal with the city coming in. You've got to deal with having a lot of your privacy issues taken from you. And then the worst thing, the gardeners at 6 a.m. on Monday morning. Oh, shit. Or any given morning at the butt crack of dawn. I hate them. And I don't ever, ever, ever want to go back into that kind of situation ever again. I will work hard. I will fight to stay out of a motel, a hotel, or an apartment. And I've lived in all of them. Shit, I'll sleep in my car first. Yeah, the lease contracts are terrible. Okay. Oh, that's such a cute name, Shadow. That was my first cat's name. She was a black tuxedo tabby. A Shadow, and then I had Widow, and he was a tabby. And we called him the green cat because he had this beautiful green sheen to his silver hair. So beautiful. See, I had Shadow and Widow and Daisy, Claudia, Lestat, Christina. I had Flower and Frosty and Pearl, Cashmere, Muffin, Luna, Decimus, Screamin' Mimi, Apple, Maple, Little Buddy, Athena, Pandora. Was that like 25 cats? Yeah, it was, wasn't it? So yeah, that's all the cats I've fostered, taken care of, raised. Oh, and Lilibet, my little Lilibet. How many cats was that, you guys? If you keep counting, because I lost count. I think I just counted about 26 cats. I will send the last one tonight. What do you mean, sweetheart? So when I got dogs, my friends were like, yeah, you would get dogs that look like cats. They're right. Yeah, you can send a donation. Let me do Molly's question real quick. Go ahead and send a donation, and I'll do Molly's question real quick and see if her person's having any feelings she needs to know about tonight real quick. Since Spirit, what does Molly need to know about her specific person's thoughts, feelings for her tonight? Can we just get a card real quick? 16 years old. Aww. My cats live to be like 22, 23 years old. No, I didn't keep all of them. Like some of them passed away. Some people adopted after a while. So by the end of it, I think when I moved here, I had 2 cats when I moved here. And they were the last 2, Apple and Muffin. Spirit, what does Molly need to know about her specific person's feelings for her tonight? So you make him happy, Molly. And he is really joyful and grateful to have you in his world. He loves talking to you online as well, Molly. I don't know if you're still there, but I'll go ahead and send this picture to you. Okay, there you are, sweetheart. So he is feeling this even more at this time of the year. Probably more than ever. So find some joy in that, dear. Spirit, are there any spirits on the spirit box that want to chat with us? And what's your name? We'd love to know your name or what you like to be called. Yeah, Molly, I understand. And I'm so glad that he didn't. I'm so glad that he didn't do what the other guys have done, which is like, you know, telling you in regards to your feelings that you're not allowed to have them, you shouldn't be having them, and they don't want you to have them. And at least he was like, yeah, sit with your feelings, I'm fine with that. It was very sweet of him. Where the hell is my floss before I lose my mind? Great, I lost my floss. I'll find it in a minute when I go brush my teeth before bed. Veronica, did you have any other questions, sweetheart? Isn't this Christmas tree cute, Molly? Yeah, I love it. What are you doing tomorrow night, Molly? What are you fabulous people doing tomorrow? Tomorrow night. Molly, I bought myself a dress. I feel guilty about it, but I bought it anyways because I thought it might be cute for the Christmas party because all I have is super sexy or super boring. But I didn't want to be overtly sexy, so... Because sometimes we'll mirror the things that our person is going through, believe it or not. It just happens. It's not a coincidence. It's not a coincidence that you like each other. It's not a coincidence you're going through the same thing and feeling some of the same things too. It happens with soulmates. Okay, so you're just going to be packing at your mom's house tomorrow night? Okay, cool. Well, come by. I'm going to be dressing the tree, having a little party. Molly, Veronica, anyone who might want to come by. Maybe I'll sing y'all some songs. Today I found some Christmas music I sang with my mom at church. It was just so good to hear her voice. It was like listening to heaven. It was like she was right here in the room with me. Of course, Molly. Of course that's happening. or you wouldn't be feeling the way that you're feeling. It's just that simple. Okay, so Cass, keep turning your back on what doesn't serve you. You can change the eviction. You can change the treatment that's unfair. You can change the spiritual attack. You can find home. But you have to understand that I'm putting the power back in your hand, because you have to understand that at the end of the day, you can have, be, and do whatever you want, your thoughts, your feelings. So take that heavy spiritual attack. What heavy spiritual attack? What are you talking about? Got to turn your back on it. Sometimes that might not be easy with neurodiversities. I feel like we manifest differently depending on our neurodiversities. Some people manifest through love. Some people manifest through chaotic anger, like myself, and chaos. Some people manifest, and some people are better at manifesting other things than other people. Some people are better at manifesting money. Some people are better at manifesting love. Some people are better at manifesting things that others can't, but we can all get together and help each other in that situation by helping each other to manifest as well. Your feelings, your thoughts. So like, it's just a limiting belief that you're under heavy spiritual attack right now. All you have to do is turn your back on it and tell it to go away. Inorganic beings, dark spirits, that kind of stuff, it has no choice but to, the mind is a powerful thing to waste. Cass. Thanks, Bill Clinton. I appreciate you saying that. It is a haunted house built on top of a pre-Civil War graveyard, so it does have that vibe. But I tell you, all the spirits are really good-hearted, if they had hearts. So far, the Ghost Army's been pretty good to me and to others. Veronica, I'll get to your question in a minute. You can't sleep? Well, drink some lavender hot chocolate tea, or take some of that calm magnesium drink that might help. Chamomile tea will help. Losing everything? No. Broke is the beginning. Okay, Cass. Home is where the heart is. So where's your heart? So go to bed tonight as if you have everything you want. What does that feel like? What does that look like? The Divine Matrix teaches us that, because we manifest involuntarily the way that we breathe. Literally, go back to a time when you felt you had home. Go back to a time when you felt mentally wealthy in regards to spirituality. Go back to a time when it felt sleep, was easily to come to you. Go back to a time when, you were being treated fairly in your home and not being evicted unfairly. Stop getting lost on the yellow brick road of piss that you're going to lose everything. Yeah, sometimes you got to be mafia and keep your mouth shut. I know that sucks to hear, but sometimes silence is better. It's a very scary thing to go through when there's an involvement of someone that has done that to your parent. I've been through that. Someone I thought was my best friend killed my mom. And I was scared to tell anybody. I was scared to share it. I was terrified because she only lived 10 minutes away. But I finally got it together. I called DFAX. And I called anyone I could without having to try to call the cops first. I let that work itself out, knowing that every day I was working towards manifesting my freedom from this shit story, to the point where she will suffer till her last breath. So I was able to move on. I was able to get on that strict mental diet, whereas every day I turned my back on it, little by little by little. There are there has to be places where you are that'll take you and your son in. There just has to be. I don't know where you are or where you live, but I'm 120% sure there are good people close to your hometown or where you're living who will give you a warm and safe night for you and your son. Stop thinking about them killing you. Stop thinking about them. Yeah, just focus on your baby. All right. Let me give you a channel here on YouTube that might help you find remote work from home, or I don't know, but it might help at some point when you get on your feet. I know there's a lot of places that there have to be people somewhere to help you. You're not alone, but you do have to change the way you're thinking and take accountability for it. So start saying to yourself the exact opposite of the scary stuff that is happening. Like, for instance, my landlord wanted to kick me out for $40. I've always paid him his rent on the first faithfully. That's Delilah Bell's channel. She helps people find remote work from home. But I could not believe what he was doing to us. It was horrible. I mean, and then raising the rent $500. But yeah, he doesn't fix anything. I don't have an air conditioner. I don't have a heater. The ceiling's caving in. He doesn't care. As long as he gets his money. Even Atlanta Legal Aid is like, well, you have to pay your rent. Not much we can do about the illegal stuff he's doing because you don't have a lease, which he won't give me the lease, which kind of helps him keep me by the tits. It's horrible. But it also kind of screws me over because Georgia considers you to be homeless when you don't have a lease or own a home in Georgia. But I know there's people I could turn to if I got into this situation. Yeah, that happens sometimes. I agree. You've got land and people want it, and well, nobody here is telling you to shut up, but definitely sometimes silence is important when you're dealing with people who think they're the mafia and think that they can overpower you because they have power over you because of the legal system that they work in. So, do you have a personal injury lawyer? I would definitely get a personal injury lawyer. That's what you need. You need a personal injury lawyer. You might even need like a real estate lawyer. And I'm pretty sure that there have to be places that actually offer legal aid to people who are having it financially rough. Freemasons, okay. Might as well be the same thing. Veronica, I'll be right back to finish your reading, sweetheart. And but just remember, Cass, you can have, be, and do whatever you want. Don't let anyone take that power away from you, okay? And I'm here to listen anytime. If you want to email me at gypsyqueencardreader@gmail.com. I'm here to listen, okay? I'm here usually every night. I'm here to listen. If you need someone to talk to, I'm here for you. And I hope that you meet some nice people in the community here because I don't want you to feel alone. And we don't want you to feel alone, okay? Just focus on you and the baby and making sure that you got a place to live. Maybe I can help you find some place that will take you in. I know there's a lot of hostels and places around. You might just have to leave town too. I don't know. But whatever you do what you can to protect your baby because that's the most important thing at the end of the day. Pardon me. Veronica, are you still there, sweetheart? If not, we can always do your reading tomorrow. I think the spirit box died. I'm sorry, guys. I'll make sure to charge the battery as well tomorrow for the party. Yeah, okay, what was your question again, Veronica? And Cass, you're not alone. Okay. What do you want the landlord to think of you? What do you want people to think of you? How do you want the situation to pan out? You've got to go into those feelings and think about how they would feel to you. What would it be like if you got your way? How would it look like? What would your justice look like? How would your salvation feel? But right now, try to focus on your safety and your child's safety and let spirit take care of all that shit for you. Okay? Let your creator work on that stuff for you. Because your creator, even if you just believe it's the dirt outside, creates things you cannot create, but gives these gifts so that you can create miracles with it, okay? I believe in you. You're not alone. Veronica, I wanted to ask, what moments does he feel that we had a past life in the first sight? Okay, I need to ask Spirit, what does she need to know about that? What moments does he feel this past life connection? Oh, it's such a sweet reading. Okay. In his deepest moments, his deepest thoughts during life, it could just be even driving his own car down the street. It's almost like it's something that he's feeling all the time in this world card. But especially when he's in the deep thought about his luck that we just talked about when it was reversed, especially when he's thinking about his life. Because see, you both feel a bit blindfolded right now. You don't know where you're going. You don't know where this is taking you, but what do you want the next scene to be? You know, he has a hold of the reins with that chariot, but at the same time, whether he's feeding the good wolf inside or the bad one, especially, you know, during his time of travel and thinking about his conquests with you and in life. Because at the end of the day, it's like as if he's seeing some things for the first time in this world card, feeling a little bit more balanced about your connection. But when he's deep in thought about that conquest with you, about where you guys are going, especially about life, because he does want to find someone special that doesn't make him feel as uncomfortable as what he's in right now. When he's feeling transformative, like it's as if there's something about seeing you and all your beauty in the world card that transforms him. He feels that natural happiness, that natural connection, that natural chemistry in this Lovers and in this Sun card. You know, all death aside. Especially when he's thinking about his feelings for you. Those loving feelings, because he gets in his emotions about you and then he's not really sure where to go. Because see, he's stuck on his own limiting beliefs and circumstances, but he, little by little, you know, things are progressing with him in that death card with his transformation of his spirituality, what he feels is right for him, what he feels he needs. But this world card is showing that it's an ongoing thing with his thoughts, but especially when he's driving the car and especially when he's in deep thought about life in the world. He gets lost in that too. I don't know. Men are very deep thinkers. They might even be more deep thinkers than us, as they are not as impulsive and as they're not as impulsive and as quick to judge like many women can be. I get a very sense of he's very laid back, nice and easy, and he might be easy to run ribshot over. What's his astrological sign? Not that that matters, but I'm just curious what his astrological sign is again. And what's yours? I apologize if you've told me and I forgot. There's just been a lot. Hey, Pammy Bear, how are you, sweetheart? Merry Christmas, honey. That's right, we're both Scorpio. I forgot. We're both Scorpio girls. He's a Gemini. Oh, Lord, yeah. So, what's his birthday? I got us a Christmas tree, Pammy. And I bought myself a dress today and felt so guilty about it, but I did it anyways because I haven't bought myself anything all year. I'm good, honey. Today was such an awesome day. I took Dad to the hospital. They did his procedure this morning. They weren't sure if they were going to have to do a bypass or do a stent, but when the doctor got in there, he noticed that the bypass that he had from 18 years ago was really healthy, doing really well, no blockages in there, everything looking really good. So that was just awesome for me to find out, nothing life-threatening or too major. And they were like, this is just incredible. They had never seen anything like that at the hospital before. It's always been the same hospital the last 18 years. It's also the hospital my mom died at. But it was just amazing to be there and find out he was doing well and spend some time with those doctors, because those doctors are incredibly spiritual at St. Joseph's Hospital. I think the doctor was even kind of a little bit scared for my dad, but he's like, I'm not God. I'm like, but your creator, creates things you can't create so that you can create miracles with it. And I think that really gave the doctor confidence. I think sometimes people forget that doctors, my friend said today, Danielle, she's like, we're talking about it. She's like, I think sometimes people forget that doctors can be deeply spiritual, as they are light workers themselves. It is fantastic. It's awesome, Pam. Well, this can be your tree. My tree's your tree. I'm gonna have a little Christmas party soon. Maybe you can come by and we'll decorate the tree I've had up for weeks now. My girlfriends called me from London tonight. They'd been on 5 bottles of champagne, and we had so much fun talking about boys and in the entertainment industry and music and just our lives in general. It's just so much fun. It's really nice to kick back. We've all been girlfriends since we were little girls, so I haven't gotten a chance to spend a lot of time with them because it's been so crazy and busy for all of us this holiday season. I think it is for everyone, though. Plus, I find out his birthday is after him. Okay, that's right. So Gemini and Scorpio, they make very good friends. They can make very good lovers, too. I wouldn't want to go into the dark without one, for sure. If you're going into the dark, take a Gemini and a Virgo. So I feel like with him being a Gemini, he, first of all, being a man, he might just be naturally insecure. We don't know how his other partners, or maybe even the current partner or ex-partner, has emasculated him, made him feel bad about himself, treated him like crap. When he's saying maybe his other buddies get treated like kings compared. He also might not know how to deal with his feelings for you because he might be shy, despite having relationship experience. Your mom's a Gemini. I'm sorry. Just kidding, Veronica. But I'd have experience that women who have mothers who are Geminis have a tendency to sometimes feel as though you put the nail in the coffin, like they don't take them seriously. Gemini women and men are very different, I believe. But I think Gemini and Scorpio can work it well together. But I think at the end of the day, the most important thing is, are you sexually attracted to the person that you're with or that you want? Are you mentally attracted to someone that you want or that you're with? Do you communicate well? I have to be mentally engaged first. And then I can't, I'm a sexual snob. I'll be real honest. I'll be real honest. Yeah. And I'll continue to be a sexual snob until, the sexual snob in me decides to emerge from her cave and spread her unicorn dragon wings. And Molly knows, she's like, isn't this guy cute? I'm like, no. No. But he does seem to have some kind of character about him that looks friendly, that looks nice, that looks like you should go out with him, especially if you're attracted to him. Yeah, signs don't matter to me either. The astrological point, I don't even believe in astrology. What am I talking about? I believe in chemistry. I believe in connection. I believe in happy, harmonious conversations that lead people down the road to thoughts that make them feel yummy and make them feel good about themselves, that make you feel good about yourselves too. I feel like people get really stuck, and yes, I've been knitting a blanket. I feel like people get really stuck on, oh, there is this astrological sign, there is that astrological sign. I could never be with that because I've met that before and it wasn't good to me the first time. And they start categorizing all the people in the same stupid paragraph just because they're the same sign. I really feel like, you can be a Scorpio and be a total jerk. You can be a Scorpio and be as meek and mild as a lamb. Good. I'm glad you're sexually attracted to him. That's very important. Made you attracted to mustaches? I like the mustakis. Mustakis are nice. Yep, you're right. Communication can always be fixed. What I'm saying about communication and connection is that that's something that definitely can be built upon and be worked upon and be shared by people taking their time, to have these heart-to-heart moments, even if they're small or short or little. Love is a very powerful thing, and it's the little things that count. I definitely have to have my mind engaged. If the mind is not engaged, you can keep your penis over there. Keep your penis to yourself. You can hug me, but don't touch me. I know, I really need to sleep too. We could just go on and on and on all night though. But I should go to sleep. But I will admit I am a sexual snob. I've never admitted that before to myself, but I started to realize it. And it's probably kept me out of a lot of trouble. I'm a pretty modest person, so the issue is he's so difficult just to reciprocate, dude. I know he feels the chemistry, but I get The patience keys, I can't bully him to let it out. Because he's a Gemini. And they feel things very deeply, but they can also be aloof a little bit. It can be like, you know, they're playing their video game, right? And you're trying to tell them something important, and they're like, uh-huh. Uh-huh. Even if it's their job, it might not be a video game. It could be their job. It could be some artwork that they're in. It could be whatever they're engaged in. Can really sometimes deter their reciprocation for things. We all feel things very deeply. But Gemini can be flighty. They can be flaky. But I think everybody can be. I mean, at the end of the day, what I was trying to say about astrology is that I feel like, you know, I don't want to be like, well, that person is a Gemini, and I didn't have a great experience with a Gemini before. So why would I want to know a new Gemini? Because they're probably just like I used to have that thought and feeling, and I ran into a lot of people that had that same thought and feeling about random astrological signs. And I wanted to stop having those limiting beliefs and circumstances because I didn't want to miss out on my soulmate. You know, I didn't want to be like, well, they have to be a certain height, a certain age, look a certain way, be a certain way, have this astrological sign, drive a car, own a this. But I didn't want all that. Like, I realized I don't want all that. If I keep having these limiting beliefs and circumstances around my love story and what or who I think I want or don't want, then I might miss out on the love of my life, whether I'm married or not, whether they're married or not. Not saying I would cheat because I would never sleep with someone who is a married man or get involved with that kind of situation. But that doesn't mean you can't be friends with, for instance, you're friends with this guy, Veronica. You love, cherish, and adore him. You respect each other. You're friends. You know, I'm pretty sure he knows the first thing about being honest with whoever he might be having a relationship with. And that's the key. Like, that's why I'm not with my ex, because he could not tell me the truth. Like, I don't care if a guy's talking to another girl, friends with another girl, friends with guys, friends with another guy, having lots of conversation. Talk. Go out. Have a good time. Don't include me, although I'd like to be included. But at least be honest. That's all I'm asking for is honesty. And when they can't give me that honesty, I can no longer give of myself. I don't believe in that whole you can't be friends if you're in a relationship. You can only be friends with your partner or who you're married to. I just don't believe in it. I feel like we lose out on so much. We lose out on community. We lose out on friendship. We lose out on having a good neighbor because of that. You know, just learn to control yourselves and keep the quarter between the knees, you know? Yeah, true, Pam. Very true. Very true. I also feel like it's not just about the sun sign. I feel like it has a lot to do with the whole chart put together, as well as the Black Moon Lilith placement. Yeah, that's good, Veronica. That's good. All right, I've been here 2.5 hours. I'm going to go to bed. I'm really tired. I'm going to get us a Romance Angels card because I just feel like, pardon me, attuned to that for the last couple nights. Love for yourself and love for others. You know, but I feel bad for that guy, Veronica. I feel bad because he's in a relationship with a person who's more interested in what their Facebook pictures look like, or, you know, what their really non-existent relationships looks like around them, to the people around them. You know, he's not happy. He just wants to retreat with you. See, I'm talking about him, and I'm just letting you know that but he's got to find that courage. Let's not think about him being afraid of his feelings for you. Let's not think about him staying in that unhappy, unharmonious, toxic relationship. Let's think about him retreating with you to find out what it is that he really wants and taking hold of it. So, Spirit, what do we all need to know tonight about our love stories, our life stories? A happy Merry Christmas, Pam. I hope to see you again, sweetheart. Sending you a big love of hug and trust. Rest well, sweetheart. Come and see us again soon. playfulness. Yeah, playfulness is a wonderful thing to have in your connection with friends, family, loved ones, people you're attracted to. Like, I just love playfulness. We'll read what the card says in a minute. So these are just things to think about, you know. What does Spirit need you to know right now about your love story, your love lives, your life in general, in regards to your heart, as a free collective message. Yeah, so what is yet to come? What do you want the next scene to be, Veronica, with your love story? And stay in living in the end of that. Stay here now with that. Stop looking back at the yellow brick road of piss. So the first card was playfulness. Okay, to recapture romance, allow the inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. So just have fun. That's what we were all sent here to do, was have fun. It doesn't have to be so difficult. Society programs us to think it has to be difficult to get what you want in life. It doesn't. It's just a brainwashing lie. Romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth experiencing and exploring, people. So please do that and do it thoroughly, because life is short. You want to find the ones that you want to spend the rest of your life with. And the third card, love yourself first. This is going to be the most important message, I think, of tonight. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. I also feel, Veronica, that that's what this guy likes about you the most, is your self-respect. It makes him start thinking about his own self-respect. It starts making him put himself into first place, instead of putting everyone else's feelings and thought and shit stories before his. Because at the end of the day, if you're not the majestic ass king or queen of your reality, if you're not sitting on your pedestal and you're letting everybody else sit on your head, you know, and your throne, and you're, you are in control, Veronica. Anyone watching this, you can have, be, and do whatever you want. Don't let anyone tell you different. Okay, because then they're just gaslighting you. And that's what mostly the programming is on the news, entertainment, the entertainment industry, the music business, all that stuff. Like, that's why I don't shun the music. I don't shun music. I don't shun the music industry or any of the people that I'm friends with in it or in the entertainment industry. But I do shun all that other bullshit that comes with it, all that narcissistic, high fashion. You got to be this, you got to be that, you got to blah, 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 blah. Fuck it. That's not what music is about. And it's certainly not what rock and roll is about. I know you're in control. It's awesome. It's nice to know another bitch who's a babe in total control of herself. It really is. It's refreshing. Yeah, you just keep doing you. And I'm going to go take a cat now because my head's about to explode. 5 a.m. is early. I don't want to do 5 a.m. again for a while. I think I'm going to sleep in today for like the first time in a while. It'll be nice. I always like to sleep in on Saturday and then wake up and watch cartoons. I know, ridiculous, right? Thank you guys so much for coming by. Thank you, Veronica, for your donation. Thank you, Molly, for coming by and hanging out. Thank you so much for your Christmas gift. Pam, it was wonderful to see you. I always enjoy hanging out with you. We all do. Cass, keep us updated on your story. We're here for you. You are not alone. Bill Clinton, thanks for being a cool guy tonight. I appreciate that. We all do. Andrea, it was good to see you. Long time no see. I'm going to put a new song up pretty soon. I hope you enjoy it. I'll have the Spirit Box REM pod on tomorrow night. I know you enjoy that as well. Metal Rain, I hope you're resting well. I'm pretty sure you snoozed off. It's pretty late where you are, and late here too. Hope you're having sweet dreams. Ari, it's always good to see you too, sweetheart. And I think someone new came and got a reading earlier. Oh yeah, Sunshine. Sunshine, thanks so much for subscribing, coming by the Chammy, and donating to get a reading tonight. It was lovely to meet you. I'll be back, as a Terminator used to say. So, sayonara, arrivederci, Kalanika. Sweet dreams when you get there. Good night.